it works good. Good evening. I was like, my microphone thing wasn't going green, and I was like, that's the problem. No, it works. It's gone green, thankfully. Good evening, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Monday evening for another great haul hobby night where I don't actually do any hobbying. That happens quite a lot. Anyway, welcome back. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical like buttons. Hit that like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. And actually, a bunch of people have started subscribing again with like no growth in 4 months. They started to pick up again, which I'm quite happy about. So if you're new, welcome. If you're a grey name, welcome, because I must assume if you're a grey name that you are new here. It can't possibly be because you haven't chosen to have your own membership. And we're going to talk about some interesting Games Workshop stuff going on. I assumed, actually, that as we ramp down from 10th edition, ready for 11th edition, that things would start to go a bit quieter. Things would start to calm down a little. They are all aboard the release train right now, Games Workshop. There is a lot of stuff coming out. There is a lot of stuff coming out. In fact, if you saw the email last night from Games Workshop about pre-orders for this Saturday, you will notice that the Red Corsair stuff is now coming out as individual items. So is the Aldari Corsair stuff coming out as individual items. So is Mr. the Votan Man, the new Tyrannid Prime model, as well as the 4 new combat patrols. So I feel like that was personal. Just saying, Ghasty. Just throwing it out there. Just saying. Right? $4.99 a month. That's all it costs. Get a green name. Be part of the crew. All that stuff's going up on pre-order for Saturday, which is quite a lot of stuff anyway, as well as the new Tau twins, right, which is fun. I feel like they're really popular amongst people. I wasn't sold on them, and then the popularity from others means that I was probably wrong, and they're actually probably really cool, and now I want some. But they're all going up on pre-order on Saturday, and then today they announced even more stuff. So they announced even more stuff for Age of Sigmar, with some new Daughters of Cain models and a new Battle Tome, which is cool, fun, and interesting. But they also announced a brand new set of books for 40k, which if I press that button and press that button, we can get to the right article. I'm going to show it to you. This is quite interesting. I don't know whether I think this is going to be great or terrible. Thank you so much, Callum, for the 5 gifted memberships, kicking us off. 5 fucking legends off the start. Remembering, right? The last stream was in February. This stream is March. YouTube resets to 0. I'm in panic mode for 2 weeks again. So if you want to support us, please feel free to throw members at us. That is amazing. But anyway, Ghasty, look, he's become a member. There you go. Bullying people works. Thank you, Ghasty. You're amazing. Taking the well-defended worlds around the Cadian Gate will require a siege of unimaginable proportions, and within the Eye of Terror, the Iron Warriors have been preparing. Now, their forces are about to be unleashed. Eye of Terror, Reign of Iron is the next expansion for Warhammer 40,000, bringing new lore detachments for a host of armies and rules of battles on an apocalyptic scale, perfect for games in this most horrific of war zones. I read that, I was like, oh, apocalyptic scale, that sounds quite cool. Maybe they'll do Apocalypse book. More on that in a second. The destruction of Cadia at the height of Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade brought unimaginable woes upon the Imperium, not least the creation of the Great Rift. But despite the forces of chaos now surging from the Eye of Terror in great numbers, the Cadian Gate has not truly fallen. Imperial bastions and Forge Wells still desperately hold out against the tide, and while they stand, chaos cannot truly begin its grinding march towards holy terror. The demon Primarch Perturabo's grand plan for the conquest of the Imperium has taken thousands of years to formulate, and its first step is to bring the Cadian Gate under his complete dominion. Those Imperial words that remain there, including the mighty Forge World Agrippina, have been able to hold on until now, but the Iron Warriors must conquer the sector if Perturabo's plan is to begin in earnest. And then we got these books, right? Eye of Terror, Reign of Iron, I assume narrative, right? Eye of Terror, Reign of Iron detachments, super cool. We want those, obviously. And then this one, look at this. Eye of Terror, Apocalypse. Come on. I was looking quite closely to see if there's any new models in here that we hadn't seen yet, and I couldn't spot anything, but maybe I'm just being old with my haggard eyes. Like 500 Wells Titus and the Maelstrom Lair of the Tyrant before it, Eye of Terror Reign of Iron comes as a set of books enclosed in a decorative slipcase, expanding the lore of the 41st millennium, recent conflicts, and adding new game rules to enhance your battles. The Reign of Iron book covers the Iron Warriors' preparations and assault on the Cadian Gates holdout worlds, including an extensive look at the many mortal and demonic forces under the command of Warsmith Kravik Morn. In addition to this narrative, a new set of rules bring classic large-scale apocalypse games back to Warhammer 40,000 with a system of modular guidelines and adjustments that make it a breeze to run battles of epic proportions. These Apocalypse rules will add sorts of ways to streamline games and account for significantly larger army sizes, with sections designed to be added or removed depending on how you like to play. Sounds cool, right? The third book features new detachments for, get this, Chaos Space Marines. Space Marines, of course. They have to have even more detachments. Chaos Knights, Imperial Knights, and the Adeptus Mechanicus, with options for running armies full of Vastor's Demon Engines, Freeblade Mercenary Knights, cohorts of Murderous Scutari, and more. They're the perfect way to include Thalia Guld, the Knight Destroyer, and many more recently revealed miniatures in your armies, or to give your existing armies a new spin based around the conflicts of the book. It won't be long now until the Eye of Terror set and all the cool stuff we've seen over the last few weeks, like that insanely cool Defiler, go out for pre-order, so keep an eye on Warhammer Community to find out when you can break out your Hazard Stripes and conquer in Perturabo's name. There's a lot of stuff about Perturabo whilst we actually still don't currently have him as a model, which I find quite interesting. But I don't know whether to be mad excited or kind of apprehensive about this. I'd love to know what you guys think. Perturabo confirmed. This is my point, Mike, right? This is my thing. Like, there's a lot of chat about Perturabo in this. Brutal pricing, 2 crisis suits for 111 US. Is that what it is? That's quite a lot, isn't it? For 2 crisis suits. It's quite a lot. Can't wait to check out Apocalypse rules. Interesting. So I'm kind of torn, right? Because Apocalypse has been awful and terrible and great at the same time in the past, and they've brought it in, taken it away, brought it in, taken it away, brought it in, taken it away, and obviously they're now bringing it back in. And there's a couple of things, right? It's on the one hand, I'm like, more ways of playing, especially if they've managed to streamline a way of playing significantly bigger battles that don't take 25 days to do it. Right, so I feel like if they can do that, that's good. At the same time, I also feel like surely this is an indicator that the stuff that's coming in, like, and it's very GW this, so who knows? But I feel like Lair of the Tyrant, 500 Worlds, and this is an indicator that these rules are going to be relevant in 11th edition. I think it's an indicator, because why wouldn't they be? Doesn't make sense. Clive the Kiwi, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. We are on 7 of the finest new members. Mr. the Garci became a Hesir tier all by himself as well. What a legend. Thank you so much, you wonderful humans. If you are green now and you weren't before, you can say a wonderful thank you to the person who gifted it to you. You can also jump yourself in the Discord server and you'll get a lot more access to a lot more threads in Discord now because you have a membership. As long as your YouTube account is linked to your Discord account, you'll be good to go. It feels like it's building towards a Peter Turbo. Thanes, I'll do it myself, incoming for the model. Maybe. I think he's coming. I think with the amount of chat about him and the way that the narrative's going, I don't think we can't see him coming anytime soon.
Slight derailment. How did HH go this weekend and any news on the website?
HH went well this weekend, Stefan. Thank you so much for asking, you wonderful human being. We did really well. The team absolutely smashed it for the weekend. We made decent amounts of revenue. Profit margin was good. It's if every weekend was like that, then the business succeeds. So fingers crossed every weekend's like that. If every weekend is worse than that, we might struggle. But I think every weekend can actually be better than that because we were kind of half full max, I think. At this point, we're sort of easing into it and slowly getting the name out there, which is good. But honestly, it was amazing. It was great to see. It's the reactions from people and a lot of people that come in. A lot of people that came in this week. I think the big and most important thing for me, there's a lot of people that came in this weekend, specifically on Saturday, and quite a lot on Friday actually as well, didn't know the channel, and that's really fucking good for me. That's really positive. Not because I could upsell them YouTube, but because they found it via either Ollie's videos from Blackheart Minis, or they've seen it on Google, or they've seen Google reviews and stuff like that. So, you know, for the most part, I can't say I can't think there's a way in which I could be happier. I mean, if we made double the amount of money, I'd be a little bit happier, obviously, but that's because you're making double the amount of money. In terms of how it went, I think it went really, really well. So thank you for asking. Cry Canesti, thank you for the 1 gifted. Stefan, thank you for the 1 gifted. We're 1 away from double figures, team. My voice, however, after talking all weekend, is going. which is interesting as a start to my streaming week because my voice is going. Boarding actions is still a thing, and they updated it for 10th partway through the edition. Did they? I didn't know they did that. So, Varak keeps saying it's not a hard reset edition, but also these books with this new shambling corpse of apocalypse will only be available for about 37 minutes. How do we know it's a shambling corpse of apocalypse? The best thing Games Workshop could do is hype up old Big Peter and then not release a model, but release the returned Rogel Dawn. A strip show, only for 20 gifted. The t-shirt can come off. No, I'm joking. 200 gifted, the t-shirt can come off for 5 minutes. That's not a thing. We're not starting that as a thing, actually. We're not starting that as a thing. No one needs to see that. No one needs to see that at all. What are we thinking, chat? Are we, like, stick it on postcards? Are we excited about Apocalypse? Or are we apprehensive about Apocalypse? I'm mostly excited about it. Gareth, thank you for 5 gifted memberships, you wonderful human. What a legend. If you are one of those people as well who did travel to Hobby House this weekend, you're a legend. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spending some money. Thank you for just supporting it. It's insane. I love you all. The website is progressing. It's a bit further away, but it is progressing, and it's progressing nicely and reasonably. So the website will be a thing, hopefully in the next month or so, but I don't know. And the other problem I have right now is staffing website orders is currently a minor problem. We don't have the staff for it at the moment. We'll solve the problem as and when the problem arises, don't get me wrong, but I have to be cognizant that what I don't want to do is say you'll get, for example, next day delivery, only to find that we get overwhelmed with orders, which is very possible, and then we can't ship them to you people fast enough. So the communication piece will be that we are working hard to try and get to next day delivery, right? I'm having milkshake withdrawal. Good. I'm coming down this weekend. It's my birthday. You're more than welcome, Jack. Of course you are. Just feel like it fits the law and how Iron Warriors players feel they're treated anyway. I would make me laugh, I'll be honest. 6 new 5-star reviews from the weekend, 31 5-star reviews in total. I know. Everyone's given it 5 stars. Everyone's given it 5 stars. Which is mad, because we're not asking people to give 5 stars. We're just saying, if you've enjoyed your time here, think about leaving us a Google review. That's kind of it, really, right? You can give us whatever you want because it's an honest review, and I'd rather have honest reviews. 31 5-star reviews is a bit mind-blowing. I was there and I realised I have an issue. If I'm playing a good game and there's models on sale, I'll buy more. Damn, lol, also milkshakes are fire. I mean, that's kind of part of the plan, right? Part of the plan, Mike. Get you to buy more. Did you win your second game, Mike? Or yeah, it went well. Anyways, thank you. You're all amazing. All the Peter Turbo hype is just building up to a new Calgar and P Turbo's armor. Have you seen? I think it's been shared in things anyway, Kev. But have you seen the memes going around where they're taking every new model and just putting Calgar's face on it? It's brilliant. Mikey, thank you for the one gifted. We're on 15, chat. 15. I will only be happy tonight. You'll only see me properly smile if we hit all 3 targets. 100 likes. That's free, that one. Free, chat, that one. £100 super chat revenue. 100 members. Those are the targets. Okay. It's on you. It's on you. Once the website is up, I need another box of Wolfguard Terminators, I'm sure. I'm undefeated at Hobby House. I will happily service you your Wolfguard Terminators, Corneted. I'm surprised you're not making the trip down every weekend from North Scotland. Look at the horror. Look at Horace. Fucking hell. Do you know what do you know the worst thing about my branding is? The worst thing about Hobby House as a branding, the only thing that I think that is negative is that everyone's shortening it to HH. Hobby House, right? Cool. This makes sense. But also Horus Heresy. And so when I'm in Hobby House brain, I read Garci's comment and says, to be fair, look at Hobby House 3rd edition. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Horus Heresy 3rd edition. Iron Warriors and Salamanders on the models, but no actual models or characters for them still. But look at what Imperial Fists and Sons of Horus got last edition. Beautiful. Are you looking at doing events? Yes. Correct. 100%. 100%, absolutely. We'll be doing events. We're going to be doing a kind of mix of tournaments and events, Gareth, to be honest with you, right? So some will be tournaments with competitive terrain, but that is nice competitive terrain. And I mean like not MDF L shapes. I mean like printed themed L shapes, painted well. And what I also want to do is I want to sell events, and I want to sell an experience, and I want to sell, you know what, it's not ITC, but you can come and play 4 games over a weekend, super chill, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, on both days. Here's a ticket price, just come and enjoy yourself. Right, that is what I want to do. I get to a point where I'm like, I want to go play some random games of Warhammer, but I don't want to play a fucking GT, and that's all that exists. There's another HH, but there's mainly Brom using that one. Gareth, thank you for 5 gifted. You're a legend. Up to 20 team. We're 5th of the way there. Whoa, whoa. Lizard on the stair. Does this make you Horus by default? Yes, I'm the War Master. I'll be there for that 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think how cool is it? So we use BCP so we can pair people off. We put some list restrictions in place so it's a bit more fun. We sell you a weekend ticket. It's 4 games of Warhammer, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, both Saturday and Sunday. And it's not a tournament. It's not about who wins. It's just turn up and play and enjoy yourself.
Spent lots at HH on the wrong card and has now cost me a spa weekend for my partner and her sister, so upside is he'll be back soon.
I mean, if that's all, I'll burst you, Callum. If that's all it is a spa weekend, it means you can use your other cards to gift many memberships. We're not talking about Apocalypse. I'm actually quite excited about Apocalypse. We're not talking about it. Are you guys like, yeah, cool, whatever, don't care? Are you not bothered by it at all? I'm genuinely interested. Do you know what's become dangerous to me since I've been in the shop? And that's Old World, believe it or not. Those Grand Cafe miniatures. Winner gets showered in Toby's milkshakes. Yeah, not a euphemism. Not a euphemism. I have to do a stock check on Wednesday, and I'm unexcited about it. I'll definitely be down for AOS. Good man. I'm excited for Apocalypse. I fucking love big games. Yeah, well, I mean, if they do it well, though, right? Like, I think that if they do it well, if they do it so that a game of Apocalypse at, I don't know, 5,000 points still only takes like 2 to 3 hours, then I'm really excited for it. I think it's really positive. If it's Stefan's used the best words, cautiously optimistic. If, however, it still doesn't really save any time and it kind of doesn't make any sense and it's a bit unbalanced, then, you know, it's difficult, isn't it, to know what they're going to. So I think I think all of us have been burned by Games Workshop far too often. You know what I mean? I think we've all touched the fire a little bit too much, and we're a bit like, I want it to be good, and they won't tell us almost anything until the book comes out. So you kind of half the time you don't know till you buy it. We really found a way to sell these edition books. Titus, character rules, Apocalypse, brilliant. Yeah. The one that gets me is FOC as free of charge, but always think Force Organization chart. Also PDF is always Planetary Defense Force. Love it. Agreed on that. Thank you, Dante. I had a Python called Dante once. Hey Benji, good to see you at the weekend as well. I'd be well up for the events, and Hobby House was epic. I've nearly built my Red Corsair Maelstrom box already, and great choice of stock. Thank you, mate. Thank you for coming as well. You're a legend. Never played Apocalypse. What was it like? Pros and cons. It varied wildly, Robin, right? There's some cool stuff they've done. There's some bad stuff they've done.
Apocalypse sounds good. Just want to see the rules first and hope they don't mess it up.
Right. Exactly. And that's exactly where I think most of us are at right now, right? Sounds good in principle, like it could be loads of fun, but I play AOS and Old World 2K Beastman ready for a narrative campaign on Sunday. Hold out for Kislev with Old World. I think I'm going to go in on Grand Cafe because I think Big Dragon Lady is just too pretty. And I really like the vibe they've got going on. what I was previously with 7th and 8th edition fantasy was a high elf player, but the high elf stuff is all predominantly, in fact I think it's completely all old models. And although the high elf range was kind of the newer range at the time, it's honestly it's still old models, and when you've got that Grand Cathay stuff next to it on the shelf, it does make a difference. I was very close to Chaos Marauders, but you've just got the guys on feet and the guys on horses, right? Learn to play Horus Heresy, facts, gonna happen at some point. How much would it be costed to rent Hobby House? To you, about $3 a day. I don't know. Is the honest answer, Lehman, is I don't know. Because we have to look at the fact that if we become popular, and it's a big if, right? And at the moment we're nowhere near there, so this isn't a true reflection. But we've got 14 tall tables, okay? There's 3 slots a day that are £20 each, right? So £20 times 3 is £60, right? Times 14 tables is £840 to rent it for the Saturday. £840. On the Sunday, it's only 2 slots available because we shut earlier. That's £560, right? So that's what, £1,400. £1,400 we could make on table bookings across the whole weekend. Could make. Do I think we can charge £1,400 to hire the venue out? No. I think that'd be ridiculous. So Toby and I are going to have to at some point sit down and figure out what it looks like to hire the venue for a weekend. And figure out where we're happy to. Well, if we would have been fully booked, we'll lose 100 quid. But actually, if it's an event, I don't know. I'm not sure, right? I don't know. That's my honest answer to you, mate. I really don't know what it's going to look like. There's places, and we've got to try and price ourselves correctly as well, right? Because there's places out there that will offer more space for less money, but the experience and the venue isn't as nice, the tables aren't as good, the terrain isn't as good, so we have to price ourselves right. And if we go too cheap, it's shit putting your prices up. And if you go too expensive, people think you're arseholes. So I don't know. We'll have a think about it. We'll have a chat about it. Strong rumours that a lot more chaos models on the way for Old World, so it might be worth holding out. Although I have Cathay Army and I'm in love with it, so I could def recommend. The Cathay stuff's just beautiful. I don't think I'm going to be sad about it. Robin, thank you for 5 gifted. Go on, chat. We're a quarter of the way there. Thank you so much, Robin, for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a hero. £1,000 I hope to make it up via captive audience on drinks. Don't know margin on drinks, mind. It's alright. After Toby and I had our price argument, it got worse because I dragged his prices down a little bit, so our margin isn't as good as it could have been, but I think I'm comfortable with where our prices are, to be fair. A Freddo? Yeah, if you give me 1 Freddo, you can have it for the weekend at the value of them nowadays. Right? By the way, if you guys have got event ideas, I've got a bunch, but if you've got event ideas, please feel free to stick it on a postcard, send it in. If it gives me an element of inspiration, then it's going to be worth the money you stick on the postcard, because it means, oh, I could do that. That sounds like a great idea. In fact, at the moment, the way it's going, anything you want to stick on a postcard, you're just trying to fucking abuse me. If you want to get Brian to read out loads of flags at this point, I'll probably let that happen. I haven't had the chance to say how much Joe's comment on the tunnel the other day set me off. Midnight Misses was asleep and I was howling. It was good, wasn't it? It was a good comment. Warwin, late but glad to be here. Welcome. I'll raise your Toblerone, fair. Let the bidding commence. As someone who has discussed with shareholders' executive board on a regular basis, I know exactly how you mean, Liam, yeah. You have ideas on Friday while selling your stock to other people. I mean, you were practically an employee at that point. I'm here for it. Upselling people nights. Get in. Love you. Gareth is always a substitute salesperson wherever he goes. He was putting some he put a shift in Ollie, wasn't he? What was the Joe comment? You had to be there. One of those you had to be there moments. 3rd edition, thank you for the 1 gifted. Why do you do it to me? Why'd you do it to me? You know how much I hate ones. No, that's a lie. I love ones. I hate the odd. It's not even an odd number, is it? It's just not a multiple of 5 number. 2 cast areas and a Mars bar. I'd probably have the Toblerone, to be honest with you. 2 Toblerones and a chocolate orange. Any advance on 2 Toblerones and a chocolate orange? I do like a chocolate orange. Although I find they get very sickly very fast.
When I got back into the hobby just before 10th, I started scouring eBay for older books, got Apocalypse and Reloaded, love looking through them and excited to see what this new book brings.
I think I have the old, I think I have the last version of Apocalypse in the studio. I'll be honest. I think I have it in the studio. I don't like getting rid of those books because they're just cool. I think I've got a load of the old Forge World Imperial Armor books up there still as well. I'd have to have a look. I don't think I got rid of them because they're just cool things to look through. A big box of Ferrero Rocher. I'm not, Stefan. I'm not a Ferrero Rocher man, I'll be honest. Thank you, Pretties, by the way, for the 10 bucks. Although Kev has said 0 out of 10, no emojis. Not, I didn't say 0 out of 10. I didn't say 0 out of 10. I said, Kev said 0 out of 10, no emojis. Kev criticised your super chat, not me.
Your stance on battered Mars bars.
I have never had one. I have never had one. I'd like to try it. I don't feel like I can pass comment until I've tried it. So, I don't really have an opinion. I'd like to try one, so that I have. That's a super chat topic. What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten? I had snails in France. It just tasted like garlic. They just stuffed them with garlic. It wouldn't taste of anything. What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten? Stick it on a postcard.
500.40k tournament.
Do you think that would work at 500 points? Or do you think you'd have to change the rules significantly to make it work? I'd be worried that in certain instances, some tables would be, some armies would be alpha striked off the table in the first turn. A battered Mars is something I haven't seen in decades. I've never seen one. I've never had one. I've been to Scotland and, you know. Had doubts, but honestly loved it when I had one. Yeah, I feel like I would. I feel like I'd like it, Gasty. I think it'd be like be nice. I mean, none of you people are super chatting, but I'm going to read them out anyway because some of them are weird. Lehman's had shark. Dante, Gareth's had deep fried sheep's brain in Bulgaria. Oh god, I don't know how I could do that. Guinea pig in Peru. I probably could do that. Tuna and banana pizza sounds horrific.
Cajun spiced scorpion was surprisingly tasty.
Really? Where did you have that, Rum O'Clock? Tuna and banana pizza. That sounds awful, Pete. Had porcupine once. Tasted like mutton, but tougher. Ugh. Fried locusts. Do they look like... They still look like the locust, though? What has a Mars bar done to warrant being battered? It back-chatted. I've had barbecue seasoned grasshoppers bar snack. Are these like in Asian countries and stuff like that? Because I mean, I am a person who has watched Idiot Abroad with Carl Pilkington, and I've seen some of the food that they were eating in those shows. Obviously, they make it look worse than it is for television, but I remember watching a guy eat a day-old chicken and egg. Random street place food in Mexico. That makes sense, I guess. 12 out of 10 would eat again. Really? In Thailand, they have street food carts of fried scorpions and other bugs. Careful in case Lucy's reading chat and gets ideas of opening. She's out on her brand new motorbike at the moment, so the Mars bar got battered by a Yorkie. Had an incorrect scone once while on holiday in Cornwall. Worst thing I've ever eaten. What's the correct way to eat scones, chat? We need to put this fucking argument to bed. This goes on in Thanes all the time, right? Scone, right? And it is a scone. It's not a fucking scone, right? Scone, butter, obviously, right? None of this margarine shit. Butter, right? Then you spread your thick jam on top of your butter. Then you put your cream on top. That's how you do a scone. I'll hear nothing else of it. No cream on first. How do you spread your jam? How do you spread your jam on the cream? You can't do it. I can spread cream on jam. I can't spread jam on cream. That's how you eat scones, chat. Fact. It's the only way. No cream on first. No.
I had mountain oysters.
What's mountain oysters? Here we go again. That's how you do it. I've just told you. There's no arguments. I have a voice. All you guys have is Brian. I feel like jam has to go on first, otherwise it sounds like people who put milk in tea. Exactly that, right? As a Swede, I'm like, who the fuck has cream on scones? Andrew Cook just right. S testes. Oh, she. One like to go to hit 100. We've done that. Right. That's that one done. We've done the 100 likes. We can not worry about likes anymore. Leave them alone now. Okay. Let's now go for members. Let's get to 100 members. We're on 26. Go. There's 165 of you, chat. If you all get 5, we'll get to 100. Is it scone or scone? It's scone. If you take the S away, do you go cone or con? You go cone, so it's scone. Just raw dog the scone. Yeah, facts. You're welcome for the likes. Thank you so much, people. Likes help. They really help. We've done that bit, though. Let's just go for the members now, and then we can do the super chats, and then we can all go. I can go to the gym happy. Right? Whitey, thank you for 5 gifted. He started us. Well, he hasn't started us, but he's started the train again. It's moving again. Skippy, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a hero. Here we go, chat. We'll just do this each night now. We'll get the numbers out the way, and then we'll do the show. I'm surprised this is an argument in this country. There's lots of arguments in this country about how things should and shouldn't be done. Thank you, Skippy. Thank you, Whitey, for the 5 gifted each. I love you both. You're amazing people. Amazing humans. Amazing humans. Corner Ed, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You're also a amazing human. A bit random, but does anyone remember Ginster's Buffet Bar? What the fuck was Ginster's Buffet Bar? And why haven't I ever heard of it? This is so English. It's like having an argument about what goes in a ploughman's, isn't it? I won't accept that Scone pronunciation logic. Take the S off the word snow, and how do you pronounce that? No. I am rejecting that argument, Pete. Scone cone. Done. Oh my god. There's a load of these that happened in Thanes all the time, to be fair. Loads of these arguments pop up. What the fuck is against us, what the fuck, buffet bar? What was it? It's not like too long ago we had whole books on etiquette. I think we should bring them back, 3rd edition, I'll be honest with you. Don't argue with him on grammar, it gets weird, trust me. Facts. I like my scones with smoked cod roe paste. What the fuck? I work with 2 ex-parachute regiment guys, 1 ex-RAF and 1 ex-Navy. I pronounce things the way that winds them up the most. Think if Greg's made a sausage Wellington but covered it in breadcrumbs, fair? Let's not pretend that the English language makes sense. Well, the English language isn't strictly English. I mean, it is English, but it's not English, is it? It's a bastardization of many different languages that we've stolen from other people. So. I think it's a beautiful language, chat, I'll be honest. Beautiful language. The Ginster's Buffet Bar is a savoury snack described as a nostalgic guilty pleasure featuring 100% British pork sausage meat, sometimes combined with a coleslaw-style mix and cheese in breadcrumbs. So, right, okay. So, where I misunderstood it was you said bar, and I thought like a bar that you sell things from, you know, like a salad bar or a buffet type thing. What you actually meant was bar like a chocolate bar, but it's a meat one. That sounds awful, I'm going to be honest. It doesn't sound like something I'd ever want to try. How's the shop, Liam? I've been put on sick leave, so might be bored enough to pop down next week just to buy Torox or heavy weapons teams. It's good, mate. It's good. You should come and see it. It looks good in pictures and it looks good in videos. It's fucking different gravy in person, Dave, I'll be honest. English is just 3 languages in a trench coat pretending to be a single one and failing. And yet one of the most dominant languages in the world. Yes, I changed from the most dominant to one of the most dominant because I realised my mistake immediately. A Scotch egg is top tier, it is facts. Ginster's Buffet Bar was my staple at uni 20 years ago. I've never heard of these things. I've never heard of these things. Ah! What the fuck? I feel like I've missed it. I feel like I've missed out on something. Do we really go for a 15 membership train and then just stop there? Stop there at the station? Has someone thrown themselves on the tracks? Is that what's going on here? Don't like coleslaw like these. It sounds awful, honestly. I would be taking in penguin bars for the ex-parasite as a parachute doesn't count as flying. If the Americans named it, it'd be a jam and cream sandwich. Yeah, facts. We don't listen to what Americans say things are called, let's be honest. We don't listen to that. Gotta go to dinner. Thank you for hanging out, Gareth. Thanks for being in, man. Morty, thank you for 5 gifted. Started again. Started again. We're nearly halfway there. Terrible song, that, but you know. Thought being in the military, you'd come across them. I mean, I ate some shit in the military. I ate some things that, I'll be honest with you, that I wasn't entirely sure were fit for human consumption, Ghasty. Kids keep changing the English language. I have to deal with my child calling things sick. I mean, I say that sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you, Mikey. Maybe you're just a grumpy old man. What the fuck, Dave? I can't even read that out, I don't think. I thought French was the most spoken language in the world. What do they call the young ones now? Gen Z annoying is what they call them. Whitey, thank you for 1 gifted. 3 away from halfway there, chat. And then I just need someone to get their nuts out and just drop a big 50 and we're good. Then we can focus on the super chat target, right? And then I can go to the gym happy. I'm actually looking forward to the gym tonight. I missed it last week because of the shop. I went once last week. That wasn't good enough. Am I too naughty? I wouldn't call it naughty. It's just I don't really want to talk about your fucking dangleberries.
I had to eat curry pancakes with sriracha mayo.
Is it meal? Does that not sound terrible? I'd probably eat that. Rattlesnake wasn't bad. I feel like there's a lot of things I would try. Two most spoken languages in the world is Mandarin and English, I'm pretty sure. Oh, really? I thought it was French. I'm happy to be mistaken. French is spoken in a lot of African countries as well, right? So I just assumed. French and Spanish, I thought, were 2 of the most spoken. I didn't know if English was above Spanish. I assumed it was, but, you know. I'm going off of, like, wild brain guesswork rather than actual facts for reference, and you guys can just Google. So. English swiftly followed by Mandarin. Chinese as the most spoken languages. I didn't know Mandarin was so high, I'll be honest. Oh, I've learned something today, chat. You've enlightened me. Thank you for enlightening me. Legends. You're all legends. In terms of top number of speakers, I don't think French is top 10. Surely it is. Hey, Ivy. I'm not reading about you wiping your ass, Dave, I'll be honest. I love you dearly, but I'm not reading that out loud. French is 6th. Interesting. Interesting. I find it fascinating that English is like the most spoken language in the world, whilst probably being one of the most complicated. Ivy, thank you for 1 gifted. You legend. Oh, Daddy's here. Missed you, John. Thank you so much, Mr. John McCardle, for 20 gifted memberships. You absolute legend. We might even get close to the target tonight now, because John's come in and whopped out a big 20. We took our tea and port excuse for language everywhere. Yeah, but it's just... English is just a really fucking weird language, isn't it? Let's be honest. I often wonder if... Maybe this is just me as well, right? But I often wonder if... This is an interesting segue. I often wonder if rulebooks in other countries' languages have the same interpretive problems of the rules that we have in this country. Do you know what I mean? Like, logically speaking... Translated into German, for example, is there as much ambiguity when translated into German as there is in English? Yes, and thank you for the 1 gifted. Whee! I know what you've done there. I see what you've done there. You've waited, you've bided your time. Whee! Thank you so much, Justin, for the 1 gifted membership. They also have translation mistakes. Of course they fucking do. I just was like, because the languages are different and there's less, like, we've got like 1 word that means 7 different things. You know, where, and where, and there, and there, and all that kind of stuff, right? I often wondered if they had similar levels of ambiguity, or whether they were like, well, actually, we can solve this because our language is less stupid. They're probably easier to follow, as I'm guessing less ways to interpret the wording. Well, that's my point, but then it is down a Games Workshop to interpret them, probably, so... We're on 69 members, chat. 31 away from hitting 100 members. And £57 away from hitting £100 super chats, which is amazing. culture depicts the language which is spoken. Western culture is made in English, and Western culture is consumed everywhere. Fair. Fair. Read or read. The French have female and male words, so I imagine it's worse. But surely that doesn't make a difference for the interpretation of rules in a rulebook, right? So logically speaking, I don't know.
Who is playing who this week and which armies are being used? Bombardment. Haven't played Apocalypse since 6th edition. It'd be nice to give it go again.
Thank you so much, Big Bad Pig, for the $5. So this week's a bit thin. This month's a bit thin on the ground for people and availability. It's not looking great. So someone's filled it all in. Who's done that? Someone's come in and done the schedule for me. Brilliant. So we've got Joe, Tom playing tomorrow. I'm producing. We've put down Demons versus World Eaters. I don't know who's done that, but that's what they put down. Oh, that's February. Okay, no, there we go. That's why it was wrong. Because that was February's. I was looking at February's. March. No, okay, so people haven't filled it in for me, which is good. Okay. We're back in. Right. So it's still Joe, Tom tomorrow. They haven't picked armies yet. It's me and Adam on Thursday. Although Paddy is available, so I could potentially let Paddy play instead of me. Did we like Paddy Adam? I mean, after Joe had left the screen up for ages, did we like Paddy Adam? Or should I play Adam? Shall I show you my schedule? Do you want to see it, chat? You want to see what I've got to work with? I would rather Paddy played the Thursday only because I can then work in Hobby House. This is a game tomorrow night. Yes, 7:30 tomorrow evening, Alison. I'll show you what I'm working with right now, right? This is what I have to work with. Boop. This is my fancy spreadsheet. So we have day, date, person, across the top, availability, and then I have to make that work. I have to pick people, then we have armies. So if you go into February, for example, you have all of the people that played, the armies that we use for the most part, peak viewership that I track, total members that I track, total super chats that I track. In January, we've got all that stuff as well as pre-recorded plans and models for Joe to paint. Right? But in March, we've started fresh. So I've got to go in here now and fill all this in and figure out who's going to do what. And it's a challenge because I need to try and be free on Thursday so I can help out in Hobby House if it's for some reason rammed. I also need to be in front of camera on occasion because I feel like that's expected. So on this Tuesday here, the only people available, for example, on this Tuesday here, look, is me, Joe, and Tom at the moment. So I will play Joe, and Tom will be on the deck. I'll actually play a game for a change, right? And then Thursday, Paddy's available, Joe's available, Tom's not available, which is a problem for me. I actually fancy playing Paddy because I haven't done that for a while. Maybe this is a start of the start of the month stream, right? You guys can help me do the scheduling. Then the next Tuesday, it's me, Joe, and Tom again. I think we'll go back to Joe. Oh, hang on. Joe, Tom, and me, because I have played enough. Then Adam's available, Paddy's maybe available, Joe's available. Not sure about that one. This one, it's got to be Brom, innit? Because he's the only other person available. Because Joe's put himself as unavailable. That's going to be a me, Brom, Tom game. Right? This one we can do Paddy Adam again, but I want to teach them the deck, to be honest with you. So I'll leave those gaps for now, but that's what I do. This is what I have to do to try and sort the schedule out. There you go, you've seen it. Where is AOS tonight? Is it delayed? AOS is delayed, I don't know when to. So Joe's trying to find other players to come and play AOS. Because I don't want to. So, will there be an AOS stream this month? Maybe. A firm maybe. I'd like to say yes, but I don't know for certain. We need to find another person so I can produce it, because there'll probably be a lot less loose on streams going forward. Hades Hobbies, thank you for the 1 gifted. Because everything's up in the air and all over the place because of Hobby House at the moment. Hey Meg, hello from US of A. Hope you're okay. And the first official weekend of Hobby House went well. I did, thank you. I hope your flight was fine. I saw you land at like midnight our time. So I want to say yes to AOS, but I can't for certain say yes to AOS. I've got to find another player. Got to head off. Thanks for hanging out, Adam. You're a legend. We're on 70, chat. We've got 30 to go. 6 lots of 5 out of 150 of you. Joe, AOS is so good. Also, Joe, can't find anyone to play with. Here's the interesting thing, right? This is really interesting, actually, Ab. And let's talk about it for a brief moment, right? AOS is a game that is mostly serviced, and there are some exceptions here, but is mostly serviced by a beautiful model range, right? In fact, most people would agree that its model range is one of the best that they've produced in a long time. And it is. Although, I think that 40k and Heresy and Old World are catching it up, if I'm honest. Insanely good model range, okay? To most people, very aesthetically pleasing, right? Good. The newest version of AOS, the latest edition of the game, has so many people saying, great game, really good game, really solid core rule set, easy to pick up, easy to learn, easy to play. And I agree with all that as well, right? I do agree with all that as well. But can you find people that will play it? Can you fuck? Great models, great game. Don't want to play it though. It's weird. Is it not? At this rate, I'm just going to say I owe you a 50 in the future. Why in the future? Why not now? The game seems a bit meh. That's interesting. A lot of people say that they think it's a great game, but don't want to play it. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, what's weird with AOS for me, right? Here's the strange thing for me in AOS, right? The strange thing is, thinking about playing it, I don't get excited. I'm not bothered. Actually playing it, I then really enjoy myself. It died of death at my local club, really? I know 2 people who have played it on Warhammer TV pre-COVID and 1 who has done multiple Thrones Goals events. Oh, wow. I don't know. I kind of don't really want to play it. I'm just not inspired to pick it up and have a go. When I play it, I have fun, but... You know why? Do I? Do I? I'm just way less into fantasy. I'm one eye firmly on Old World at the moment. No one plays at my gaming group. Yeah, it's really hit and miss. My local club plays it more than 40k. I may have an influence in that, but that's still a fact. I think one day, if I ever actually sit down and properly put together my Lumineth army, I'd probably be more inspired to play it, I think, if I'm honest. Most of my friends play both 40 and AOS, but we mostly concentrate on 40k. I think that's true for most gaming groups, to be fair. We did have, over the course of this last weekend, we did have people turn up and play Necromunda. We did have people turn up and play Middle-earth strategy battle game, which was quite nice. Mordheim. If they redo Mordheim, I'm in danger. AOS isn't fantasy, it's high fantasy, which is a bit meh to me. Old world is cooler. In terms of setting. Oh, right, okay. In terms of setting, honestly, Old World over AOS for me every day of the week. Do you feel like it's because you feel more connected to the 40k story universe? Yes, 100%. 100%. And I think that my connection, honestly, Pete, to the 40k narrative and the universe is why I get so tediously bored of competitive games. Because for me, often it doesn't reflect the narrative. Like, I just, you know, I feel like a Space Marine squad stood there doing an action, for me at least, and there is, you can justify it, you can. It doesn't kind of make any sense. I don't like, I say Space Marine squad, it's probably a terrible example, but unit Berserkers stood there doing an action. They won't, they wouldn't. So, you know, I want to play narrative games with Warhammer. Don't let Peachy and Norse Paints hear that about Mordheim, as they will be summoned to the shop to get you to play. I need to speak to Peachy actually, but Norse Paints has already spoke to us and wants to come over and see Hobby House, which is amazing. Sigmar and his magic space dragon can get in the bin. Oh, brilliant. I'm all about the old world fantasy setting at the moment. I for the channel, we're my primary focus for the longest time, and has been and will always probably be Warhammer 40k, right? It just will be. Because that's the most popular game, so it makes sense for that to be our primary product, and it's the primary product we stock in the shop as well. It makes sense for that to be the case because it's the thing that sells the most, and our data already shows us it's the thing that sells the most. So that's what we'll do, right? But that's channel. So channel so what I've been doing for a while is channel focus 40k, personal focus 40k, and I think that's part of the contribution to my burnout. So at the moment, I think that
Square bases, baby, it's back.
So I think that at the moment my channel focus will be 40k forever, and then my personal focus will probably be Old World and Heresy, if I'm honest. Which in that world, it's interesting to me because I love the current version of Age of Sigmar. I adore the model ranges, but in that world, that kind of just doesn't really fit in. That being said, recently there was the Lumineth release, and I was very close to buying a load of it. Very close to buying a load of it. And I have Lumineth stuff lying around that I need to get put together, and I fucking adore that army. But hey. I'm coming down, that's it. I mean, I bought, you know, the Grand Cathay Battalion, Dave, and you know, Mao, whatever the thing is, the Lady Dragon. I bought both of those this weekend. I did buy both of those this weekend. If that isn't worth the extra 30 gifted, I don't know. Hate the old world rules. I haven't looked at them, but if they're anything like 7th or 8th edition fantasy, I'll love it. Do you think we get back to the mechanic and combat patrol? Yeah, I intend to do some more building of that, hopefully on Thursday, on the Liam and Joe show. I've got the leaflets here. I found all my instruction manuals. Because what happened when I got the box open was I pulled all these out so I could have a read. Right, and then I left them here. Stupid decision. I've got my actual instruction manuals now. So they can go to work. Oh, well, feels right. I kind of get what you mean. I do get what you mean, Ghastly, 100%. Grumpy old guy, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. Sometimes what people call me. Thank you for 10 gifted memberships, you legend. What a hero. Just 20 to go, team. I've painted all the first wave of Cathay and pre-ordered the new stuff yesterday. Stunning minis. They are... I haven't opened the box yet. I bought the stuff this weekend and I was going to sit on Sunday at some point and do some building, but I haven't. And I can't wait to start putting it together. So what I'm also doing is, because I'm probably going to be, for the most part, like, you're going to rarely see me in this room in the future, if I'm honest with you. You're going to predominantly see me maybe on Mondays, probably not. You'll probably see me just living at work, if I'm honest, going forward. It's not a forever kind of situation. It's not going to be for the next 6 months, but for the next couple of months at least, I think you're just going to see me living at work. And you'll see the studio will be the place where we do all the streams for now. And there is a bonus to taking streams out of the home environment, if I'm honest with you, and trying to do a bit of segregation between work and home. So, you know, I'm torn between CSM, Maelstrom box waiting for me at the local shop, painted at Alpha Legion, challenged by Mike Costello and Space Dwarves. I fucking love Mike. What a legend. Watch you don't burn yourself out. Well, that's part of it, isn't it? Separating is part of that.
HH event idea, team's event, but each list has to be some form of meme. Scary did an event where all his team took a big model. There was Doomhammer, Stomper, Warhound, Titan, etc.
I love that idea. Thank you, Pridus, for the $10. I love that kind of concept. At least bring the dog to the studio. She can't get up all the stairs anymore, Yeston. Maybe I can figure out... There's a world where I could figure out a setup that on Mondays, because we're closed on Mondays, I could stream from Hobby House in the actual shop. There is a world where that could happen. I wonder if that's possible. I wonder if that's worth doing. Bring a camera downstairs and stream live from Hobby House. And it could be Great Hall Hobby House night. That could be a thing. I just wish the old world or AOS would give some love to Dark Elves and not just Witch Elves. The oldish metal executions are some of my all-time favourite models. I do wonder if Old World will ever bring back those factions that they kind of got rid of in Old World, you know, from Fantasy. I think it kind of makes sense to do that. So I think they will, but I don't know. I don't know. At the hobby bar itself. Oh, there's an idea. That's an idea. Imagine if I could hobby stream from the hobby bar doing hobbying. Ooh, this has got me excited. I wonder if it's a possibility. I'm not sure if I'm on Liam's Discord at the moment, which is heresy in itself. I mean... Gareth, I love you dearly. I do. But it's kind of pointless if you're not a green name anyway. Because if you go into Discord without being a member, you can see very little. Right? So you probably want to... Either there's no point going, which is fine, or become a member. I wish we would do these events at the beginning of the edition so that you have the whole time to enjoy it versus a few months. I know you can just play 10th whenever you want, but most people won't. So Eric, my theory is that this will be relevant in 11th as well. If they're smart, GW, if they're smart, then what they've done is they future-proofed by making sure that the rules that they've released for this are relevant for when 11th edition comes out. The rumours, quite heavy rumours, are that it's not a hard reset, so codexes will still be applicable, which logically means that Apocalypse and Lair of the Tyrant, etc. are all relevant. You know? For the dog vet fund. Yeston, thank you for 20 gifted memberships, you absolute hero. What a fucking legend. Getting us to target numbers. What an absolute fucking legend you are. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships, you bloody hero. For the dog vet fund. It's not that she needs the vets, mate, it's that she's fucking old. Will we see an Apocalypse game stream or not? It'll be a long game. It depends on the rules. Honestly, Necro Goblin, would I like to give you one of those? Yes. Would I like to show it off? Yes. Will we? Depends fully on the rules. I need to transfer the membership as this one doesn't display correctly. Oh, I see, Gareth. I see. So you are a member just on a different account. I'm with you. Oh, you look at all you split personality people. Thank you so much, Justin, for the 20 gifted. Now we are £39.98 away from the super chat target, and then we can have the triumvirate for the first stream in March. There's always something shiny to catch one's eye. And I know a shop, Ollie, where you can buy it if you'd like to. Quite the journey for you, though. Dr. Turner, thank you so much for becoming a Skull tier member. You're a hero. We've gone over the 100. Look at that. Leaks is grey. What? Do we think that the 3 detachments for each faction will be wiped out when the relevant codexes are released? That's a question I don't know the answer to, Leaks. I think they will reset them when the codexes drop, which will be in. Well, but saying that, you have to think the Space Marines is going to be one of the first codexes to drop, right? You have to think that, and they are bringing out new Space Marine detachments in these narrative books. Labourer deserves his wages. Thank you so much, man. What a legend. Do you still have your partnership with Element, or will that be ending? Currently, I still have it, right? So we're going to stop shouting about Element games, but the link is still going to be active. The affiliate link will still be active. Element are still wonderful human beings. I love them. I can't currently have an affiliate link by Hobby House because we haven't got it set up and working, and you can't buy online because our website isn't live. It would be silly of me to delete the Element link because some people have it saved and bookmarked, and currently, at least, whilst we don't have a website, people will still be going there to buy models. So, I still love the guys. I'm not one of these people that's like, fuck everybody else as well, just use us. I still love the guys at Element. They're amazing, right? So, you know, the second we have an affiliate link on my website, that's the one I'm obviously going to be pushing. But at the moment, at least, we still have the Element link live. And when I push the affiliate link for Hobby House, the Element one will still be live, right? Thank you, Leaks, for becoming a Jarl tier member. What a legend. What a hero. See? Bullying helps. Bullying people helps, chat. Currently building the Impulsor I bought at Hobby House. You're a legend. Thank you so much. Discord being Discord might mean Liam wants to look into alternative social media platforms if they keep pushing their shitty, invasive privacy violations. I've not heard of that. Snaffled a free one last month as I was skin. I was joking anyway. I would love you anyway, right? I would. But if bullying people into memberships works, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm joking. All these attachments might be why we didn't get many for Grotmus. Possibly. It's just communication though, right? If they'd have told us this was coming, we might have been a bit happy about it. Need to get Hobby House mints, sweets for my online orders. I'll be phoning Toby and asking him to hold something for me, then come down and buy it. The fuel will be more than the shipping, but I don't care. Cool. Fair. How did the weekend go? Amazing, thank you. Quick question for the group. What's the best loadout for a Space Marine Impulsor? Don't ask fucking me. Not a clue. Shield Dome? Still Shield Dome? I feel like it was always Shield Dome. Discord. Oh.
You'll need a hobby horse swirly early for streams.
Oh, the Hoobie Horse. I forgot about, yeah, we will need a Hoobie Horse while early for streams. Hey, Mr. PJ. You're late. Welcome, though, dude. Hashtag bully to be a member. Yeah, absolutely. Painting it blue is the right answer. He is, in fact, painting it blue. I think that's true. I think I'm not lying to you there. You don't have to magnetize. The different options hold without magnets. I've never built an impulsor, I don't think. I'm super energized. You're talking about old world, Liam. It brings me joy. Old school list building. I can do it for hours. It's just I've missed it, Dave. I love 40k. I do. I need to make that really clear. I do love 40k. I love AOS, but being able to pay to add a level to my wizardry just makes me happy. That just makes me happy. You know. Oh, I could put them on a dragon. Why not? I love that shit. That's what I'm all about. Bum, 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 bum. Selecting magic. That's my favourite thing about old fantasy. Spending hours writing lists and selecting magical items. Yeah, exactly. Where do we sit on the super chats today? 64.99 right now is where we sit on super chats, Tony. We're 35 English pounds away from hitting all 3 targets. Had tea, then watched a bit of TV with the missus. Ugh. Why is Joe painting his Hierophant and Thunderhawk before 12th edition? It's on his list, Kev. It's on his list of things to paint. When, I don't know, but it's on his list of things to paint. My liege is the blessed angel himself, Sanguinius. And he dead? 35 points for the auto select spells or a booster casting and rolling for the cast's magic. I miss it. Remember how much fun it was deciding how to build your demon princes way back? So much war get a pick. Yes, absolutely. You don't love it? I do love AOS. All the 4 major games, I love them all. I think I'm still shocked at how big this Warhammer is. Yeah. I do love AOS 3rd edition. That's why I've got a whole fucking Lumineth army part built in the house stroke studio. Oh, Tony, thank you for 20 bucks. You're a legend. I'm sure Brian will read it out at some point. He's put us just £20 away from target, chat, pretty much. Thank you, Tony. I hope you're doing well, my dude. Boons of Chaos. I remember the old Chaos Boon table as well as a stratagem. I love that. Roll 2d6, random result happens. Yeah. Could be a Demon Prince. Could be a Spawn. Join late, busy day, about to paint a goal, even though still a grey name. Everyone ignore him. I know he's got the same surname as me, but everyone ignore him whilst he's a grey name. I have a stroke studio. What? What's that question? What do you mean? No, Alison, don't pay attention to Ashley. Ignore him. Love the Chaos Boon table adding extra stuff to your heroes. Yeah, it was fucking cool as shit. I think Ashley would support his little brother's channel. You'll trigger him. You will trigger him. Is it Gant or Gaunt? I've always called it Gaunt. I have a stroke studio too. Fucking hell, Dave. I might start making some Cathay miniatures this week, Dave. I don't know if you played during third 40k, but I love the bases on your chapter, your fourth org changes. Like Iron Warriors could give up 2 fast sack slots for extra heavy support. I like that kind of stuff as well, to be honest with you. I'll just tell embarrassing stories about you instead. Well, the bonus I have is I'll just ban you. Come on, I should be bullied into being a member. It's the hip thing to do tonight, yeah. Based on your chat. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you. I love that kind of stuff. There's some of it that sort of exists now. Like, if you play Wind Rider Host and Wind Riders become Battle Line, but it's, you know... I don't cheat by shaving my hair. No, but your fucking forehead's invading, isn't it? Termagant Hormagaunt. Is it? Termagant Hormagaunt. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Why does it feel weird to say it that way? I think you're right. I think Ivy's right. Aunt or aunt?
Right, chat, do we make pictures with Prid as a regular Friday night segment? If so, what do we want this week's theme to be? Emoji emoji, smiley face emoji, dynamite emoji, present emoji, dice emoji, dog emoji, seal emoji, blueberries emoji, baby bottle emoji, goggles emoji, telephone receiver emoji, children crossing emoji, red circle emoji.
Jesus Christ, Pridders. Thank you so much. We're on £99.81. You're amazing. Which means we're 19p away from target, so we'll call that done. All 3 targets done. Look at you lot go with 7 minutes to spare. We've heard about him shitting the bed in his vasectomy story. How much more embarrassing can it get? Exactly. I swear it changed. I honestly think it was a spelling mistake that just ran with. Maybe. Like, maybe. I thought it changed. I don't know. Oh, Kev's giving that one a 10 out of 10, Predators. Do I get banned if I just do a super chat with every emoji on my key set? No, but... but... Thank you so much, you're a legend. Thank you, everybody, actually. It's always nice to hit the first stream of the month and hit all the targets. Oh, pushed us over. Look at that. Thank you, the Bruni. You're a legend. £100 and 25 pence. Thanks for his 99-cent super chat. What a hero. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. You're amazing. I can go to the gym happy now, and happy gym time means bigger weights, right? Always. Emoji smash the keyboard and send it. Stop it, PJ. No, we don't want that. Liam over the last years has basically done Eminem and told us every bad thing about him he could at this point. Yeah. I won't tell any because he has more about me. Facts. First of the month. It is, yeah. First stream of the month. It's March the 2nd. It's the first stream of the month. And everyone's told me, right? Everyone's told me that January and February are terrible months and it gets better in March. So I'm trusting that. The Grumpy Gits becomes a Skull Team member as I say it. Look at that. Thank you so much. What a hero. Best worn Tony? Nah. He'll only complain anyway. Overhead press Toby at the gym. I don't know if I could do that. I'm only on 110, I think, for shoulder pressing at the moment. Tell us more about Ash on Friday, maybe. If you remind me on After Dark. If we hit 200 members on After Dark on Friday, I'll tell you an embarrassing story about Ash. I thought he was the older brother as well. Thank you, 3rd edition. Love you. Yep. He is the older one. Who is the older one, Ash or Liam? Who do you think, Dave? Have you seen the football show? If you've seen the football show, you know what he looks like. Who do you think's the older brother out of the two of us? You tell me what you think. I'm late. What was I thinking of Apocalypse? We're all nervously, apprehensively excited. We're all nervously excited about it. Like, we want it to be good, concerned that GW might fuck it up. Also want it to be relevant for 11th edition as well. That reminds me to start bicycling again. Bicyclette. Come on, Dave. Who's older? Put your money where your mouth is. I'm waiting for Dave now, chat. I need to get my fitness back and get back cycling too. I need to, wow, like I said, I the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think I managed to make the gym once a week, which is good because it means my streak carries on. But it's not good enough. I need to be hitting 2 or 3 times a week minimum. So Ash is the oldest but looks youngest. Ash is... I was born December 86 and Ash was born April 89. So he's in fact 2 years younger than me. That's me getting no discount. Right. Fucking love you, Dave. Love you. You can come in. You can come down at some point and just wax lyrical about old world to me. I'll appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you have, please make sure you smash that like button before you disappear. We have currently got more likes. We've got live viewers right now, which means people have obviously gone, this is good, liked it and gone, which is amazing. You are insane for being so amazing on the first stream of the month. Thank you. We've hit £100 in super chats, 148 likes in total, and 103 total new members. Thank you, you wonderful people. We do have a whole bank of content this week. So tomorrow there's a Liam and Joe show at 13:30, followed by a live game of Warhammer 40k at 7:30 in the evening. Joe takes on Tom. Armies TBD. I'll be there producing. Wednesday there is the Warhammer show from the studio at 7:30. Because Hobby House is open now. It's in normal operating hours, which means we're closed Monday, Tuesdays. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 till 10, Saturday 10 till 10, Sunday 10 till 6. On Thursday, we'll have another Liam and Joe show at the table at 13:30 doing some building. And then in the evening, there'll be another live game of Warhammer 40k. It's me versus, no, it's Paddy versus Adam again, I think, because that's what Liam and Russ asked for. And then on Friday, we've got After Dark from the studio at 7:30. So a whole raft of shows, as always. 7 shows this week for you wonderful human beings. Hopefully you enjoy all of them. Hopefully we hit targets on all of them. That'd be great. But I'm about to go to the gym. Get swole. All right? Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. Thank you for all the support. Hopefully we all have a wonderful March. Hopefully we'll also see you tomorrow at the Liam, on the Liam and Joe show. If not, we'll see you in the next one.